Right. Right, guys. So let's continue, guys. So yesterday, I have just taken one small introduction regarding what is data science, what is machine learning. It's only a very basic level introduction, guys. If anyone has missed yesterday's class, so don't worry about that. My backend team, anyhow, will share you the recorded videos for you, whatever the classes that has been happened. So a very basic introduction, guys, like what is basically a data science, what we are going to learn in the data science. And even I didn't given a complete introduction also, guys. So yesterday, as I said that, yesterday I said that mainly the concept, what is a full stack data science? A full stack data science is nothing but um, we have to, that means we need to get some expertise on various different techniques that we are going to use it in a data science project. So for that, yesterday I just given some basic skills I given, like you need to be an expertise in data visualization, you need to be an expertise in the data cleansing. Apart from that, as a small introduction, I started with some introduction part two, like what is machine learning. It's all about basic introduction only. I have been got used, guys. I didn't use any practical, or I didn't use any implementation for that. A very basic level, what is machine learning? Because that is the main important concept, guys. When you work with data science, the first important thing we have to learn is machine learning. After machine learning, we are going to learn deep learning. After deep learning, we learn NLP. After NLP, we learn generative AI. Like that, there is going to be one by one, we have to understand them, guys. Why? Because all these are going to comes under the hierarchical. So data science contains AI, AI contains something like machine learning, machine learning contains deep learning, deep learning contains generative AI. Like that, there is some hierarchies are there. So directly, if you want to understand, see, as I said that, if you want to understand, so many people ask me, sir, what about generative AI, Gen AI? But directly, you cannot understand what is generative AI directly, guys. Okay, first of all, to understand generative AI, first of all, we have to understand deep learning. To understand deep learning, first of all, we have to learn machine learning. So the first important concept is going to be machine learning, guys. So for that, I just given some an example for that, guys. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is nothing but where the machines are trained. The machines are going to learn something from that particular data, guys. It's going to learn something from the data, guys. So after learning, that means after they learn something from that particular data, they can directly, that means they can predict what could be the result of this, or what could be the output of this. Like that, it can do some kind of an applications. It can do that. I'll tell you one simple practical example, guys. Let us try to understand this particular concept. Let us say that I'm giving some kind of an, which is going to be some kind of an, like the images, guys. It's going to be the human face images. I have the human face images I'm going to take it, guys. So you know that, right? Human facial images. It's a facial images. I'm going to take it. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, it's not just like a one image. It's not just one or two images, guys. I'm going to give some thousands of images. I'm going to give it, guys. So just let us say these are some human facial images. These images, we are going to give it to the machine, guys. Machine means as I said, that machine is nothing but some machine learning models will be there. And while giving the images, I will inform the machine saying that the person in the image is female. The gender of the person in the image. The person in this image is, let us say, male. The person in this image is going to be nothing but male. And the person in this image is going to be female. Like that, I'm going to attach some label to that particular images, and I'll give it to the machine, guys. Do you understood my point, guys? I'll give the images. Directly, I don't give the images to the machine. I'll tell the person in the image is male. The person in the image is female. The person in this image is going to be female. Like that, I will give the images. Now the machine will learn something from these images, guys. What it will try to understand, how to differentiate between a male and a female. How to differentiate between a male and a female, guys. That means the machine will learn. You need not to write any logic for that. You need not to write any program for that. The machine internally learns like how to differentiate between a male and a female. Let us just imagine that how the humans will differentiate between a male and a female, guys. So by looking at the facial image, so normally females are going to be having a long hair, and these males are going to be having a short hair, and these females are going to be, they will wear some earrings. Males, they may be mostly, they don't have the earrings will be there, and females are going to be having this bindis, and males does not have it. So like that, how the humans will differentiate it, guys? Machines also going to differentiate between a male and a female, the male and the female images. Now, after learning what the model has done, machine has learned, guys. Machine has learned something from the data. Now, once the machine has able to learn from males and females, now whenever you give a new image, guys, whenever we give a new image, then automatically the model, the machine says that whether the person in the image is a male or a female, the machine is going to identify that. That means you give the image, the machine will tell you whether it's a person in the image is going to be a male or a female. It will identify this, guys. So hope you understood, guys, what is meaning of a machine learning. Give some input to the data. It may be give some input to the machine, whether it may be a data or maybe a image, or whether it's an audio file, or whether it is a text, whatever you give it, guys. Machines are going to learn something from that particular data, and based on that, whatever they learn, whenever I have given some new image, the machine can predict, can find out accurately, with a little bit more accurately, it is going to tells you whether the person in the image is a male or a female. It can identify it, guys. All of you understood, guys? This is the what I'm going to do it in the part of the machine learning concept is there. So can anybody tell me, guys, where can I use this kind of a scenarios, guys? Can you anyone tell me where I can do this kind of an implementation, guys? Anyone? Anyone, guys? If you give the image, the machine is going to tells you whether the person in the image is a male or a female. So where can you use in our real life applications, where we can use this kind of an implementation, guys? Yes, guys, anyone? Please try to respond. No one. Do you understood my Did you understood my point, guys? I'm giving some images. I'm going to be giving some images. These images will be trained with some human faces to identify, to differentiate between male and a female. Once the machine learn from that particular data, whenever I give a new image, automatically the machine will predict whether the person in the image is going to be male or a female, guys. Yes. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So, okay, fine. So yes, absolutely. Somebody is saying that it's a Facebook like apps. It is going to tells you, okay, fine, like Tinder or something which can help to use to match opposite genders. Okay, fine. Okay, apart from that, I'll tell you one small example for that. Generally, we know these issues, guys. Like, for example, if we take something like an Aadhaar cards and take the voter cards, guys. Voter cards. In voter cards and Aadhaar cards, so generally we'll face some small issue, guys. That is, the gender will be there. I think all of you have been, at least you have been faced with these issues. At least one of your family member or some of your friends or some of your relatives, anybody, the person is a male, but the gender will be coming as a female. Or the gender is a female, the real gender is a female, but the whatever the Aadhaar card or the voter card, in the place of the male, I may get female. In the place of the female, I'm going to get the male. So why this mistakes is going on, guys? Because you know that Aadhaar cards are going to be almost all. It is somewhere around some hundreds of crores, right? In India, if we take it, almost all every citizen, almost all now Indian population is 145 crores, guys. So for example, while sorry guys, sorry guys. Okay. So as usually we know that. So there is, and when you go to the Aadhaar registration, as you know that there is a person will be there. Manually, what he will do, guys, he will enter the gender. But due to some maybe in human errors, so it is going to be in human error. What happens here is the human, that person who is the operator is there, he has entered the male instead of sending the male, instead of entering the male, the operator has been entered female and updated it. So once the Aadhaar card or the voter card receives, or once you get in, once you verify, again, there is a wrong gender is there. Again, you have to go to Aadhaar center and we have to do that. So this is like an human mistakes, guys. The human errors are there because humans will do the error. For example, the error is going to be just matter of 5%, guys. Just an error, you are saying that 5% errors are coming. So out of 100 people, 95 people is getting gender correctly only 5%. But it is 5% of, if you imagine, for 145 crores, guys. Means almost all it is going to be how much, guys? Almost all. It is going to be somewhere around 7 crore people. It is going to be having this kind of an errors. So rectifying again all these 7 crore people, and all these are going to be a lot of maintenance, a lot of cost is going to take place. That's why while you are entering the, when the image, once the image has been taken, immediately, for example, the operator will take the image, guys. He's going to take the photo of the person. Immediately the photo will be sent to this particular model, guys, which was already trained. Now the model will directly tells that whether the person in the image is going to be a male or a female, it is going to do, guys. With, let us say that humans are doing 95% accuracy, machines will do 99% accuracy. With 99% accuracy, it will works. That also will take some mistakes, guys. But 99%, 99.99%, they will do it accurately. That means very less chances of errors it is going to be done. So it's not in human identification, guys. It's not like an human enter. Once the image is uploaded, immediately the image is going to tells you, the model is going to tells you whether it is going to be a male or a female, guys. So yesterday also I explained you one example, guys. Yesterday I explained in a different way. In yesterday's class, what I did, guys, yesterday's class, what I did is same scenario, guys. We are having the past customers data who has taken the loans in a bank. So we know what are the status. So whether they are repaid their loan, or whether they didn't repay the loan, whether they repaid or whether they delayed the loan, repaid or whether it is delayed. Once if you give this data to the machine, here also, guys, this is called as a label. Here I said that no, for every image we are going to give a label. Label is nothing but the gender. Here the label is nothing but the status. I'll give it to the machine, guys. So machine will try to differentiate how you can differentiate to a person who is repaying the loan and who is delaying the loan. Now, whenever a new customer comes, immediately the new customer, once the data was given to the model will decide this person is having a high chance of becoming delay the loan. So don't give the loan to this person. There is a high chances that he will repay. So the loan can be approved. So here the loan approval, and here the loan is going to be not approved. It's a business scenario, guys. It's a business scenario. Whatever the first example I explained you is not a business scenario, but it is nothing but a part of creating some kind of an identification cards we want to create it. So like this, guys, almost all nowadays, everything is going to be learned automatically by the machine itself. Even lot of things, guys. For example, even you can take some examples of, like, a lot of examples we can talk about. For example, let us say that you purchased something like in Udemy or in the Simply Learn, you have purchased some course, guys. Automatically, there is some lot of recommendations will come. The recommendations are not something like which is going to be not like just like it is going to be a random choice it is going to be. So depending on how many hours you are able to spend, depending on, let us say that how much you are able to complete your course, or how much is your grading system has been that has been you got the grades. So depending on that, they are going to give you the recommendations. How they will give the recommendations, guys? Depending on the whatever the previous, whatever the subscriptions are there. So how the subscription has been happened, based on that, it is also going to tells you, guys. Like in Amazon, the what we can call it as product recommendations, guys. How the product recommendations are going to be done, it is completely depending on the whatever the previous customer's choices. So a person has purchased the so and so item, so they are also purchasing these items. So what is the chances of buying these particular products? Like that, almost all everywhere we can use this particular application, guys. Okay. Yes, in CCTV, gender identifications we can identify. Absolutely, guys. You can use in OpenCV. You can use that particular library. Absolutely. So you can do a lot of examples, guys. So now itself, you cannot understand that implementation because it is not like a programming language. So what is our idea, guys? In a programming language, we'll write a program. When you run the program, it will take some input from you and it is going to give some output to you. That is what basically we are going to do it here, guys. But here it is not the scenario like this. It is not going to be the scenario which is going to be something like this. it is not going to be the scenario like this, guys. It is going to be completely, which is going to be a different scenario. That means we are going to train the models by giving some kind of an input data. And after that, we have to evaluate whether the model has learned efficiently or not. That is going to be what we have to identify this, guys. Okay. So that is going to be all about the concept of how we have to work with them. But anyhow, more and more technical aspects, I'll discuss it in the later classes. But for the timing, just I'm giving some small, which is going to be a small introduction regarding this kind of an applications I'm telling about that. I'll just show you guys, just don't worry. It's going to be just because in the today's class only, we have done this example, guys. In the today's class only, we done this example. Just I'll show you the scenario. Just observe this. How we have done training is already done. So I'm not going to show you that training because training will takes a lot of time. Whenever you train the models, trainings will takes a lot of time. But how the model is predicting, I'll show you the example. You give the image, guys, it is going to identify the person inside that particular image. Okay. So I'll show you the example here now. This one only, just a few hours back only, we have done this example, guys. Where is this? Just give me a second. Okay. I think, oh no, sorry. I think it was a different system. Okay. Leave it for the timing because it's not in this system. It is done in a different system. Okay. Leave it, does not matter. So I'll show you guys. Maybe tomorrow I'll get that system and I'll show you the application in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Okay. So coming to the technical aspects, guys, mainly whether you learn machine learning, deep learning, or whether you learn NLP, whatever we are going to learn, guys, there are some different techniques will be there. So what are those particular techniques and all these things, we'll see that later. But coming to the implementation, guys, you search for, you go to the online and search. What are the steps that are involved in data science? Or what are the steps to be implemented in the machine learning? What are the steps to be implemented in deep learning? Or what are the steps implemented in AI? So the process is going to be the same process as it is, guys. I'll tell you some few steps to understand the concept, just to add some technical concepts for the today's class, guys. And after that, we'll see them in the practically when you go to the later applications, guys. Okay. But once again, quickly to make you understand, guys, what you are going to do, guys, data was given to the machine. Data is going to be given to the machine, guys. Machines will learn from that particular data with the help of some kind of an algorithms. We are going to use some kind of an algorithms, guys. With the help of some kind of an algorithms, machines will learn. And machines are going to give you some kind of an insights. That means what they understood from the data. So how this particular differentiation can be done, all that insights will come. Now using these insights, what we can do, guys, we can do some kind of a predictions. Like as I said that, right? You give the input as an images. The machine is going to understand the differentiate between a male and a female. Now, whenever a new image was given, immediately it will predict whether the person in the image is a male or a female. Or let us say in a medical diagnosis, the whatever the scanning reports will be there. Let us say some kind of an what we can call it as digital scans. You'll have the digital scans now, guys. So once if you give the digital scans, the machines are going to learn. So to differentiate between a positive and a negative, a diagnosis positive or a diagnosis which is going to be negative, guys. Now, based on this, whenever a new, which is a CT scan or a digital scan comes, then immediately the model can predict whether the patient or whether that report is a positive report or whether it is a negative report. But that requires some kind of a learning, just like how the humans learn, guys. So without learning, we have not came up to this particular stage, right? So if I start this particular work like this, I know that this work cannot be completed. If I start like this, then only the work can be completed. So how we have some kind of an learning and all these things, machines are also going to learn in the same way, guys. Now there are saying that machines, we are learning, we are able to learn it. And if you see the definition of machine learning also, guys, this machine learning has been started by a person called as Arthur Samuel. His name is Arthur Samuel, guys. He was an employee in IBM. Around in 1959 only he has started in, guys. So we started hearing the machine learning from almost all from the last 10 years, guys. I first heard about this machine learning in 2014. I have heard about that. Even at that time, the machine learning was not popular at that time. It has become popular almost all somewhere around 2016 around. I remember 2016. At that time, it has become popular. I started from 2017. So during at that time, it was started in 1959. Almost all it is going to be somewhere around 60 years before itself, guys. But at that time, he has started that, but it was not a success story. He has initially started a very basic level machine learning. He has been started with that, like training the models with AND gates or gates. And after that, the computing has been completely changed. A new type of computing systems, new type of architectures, frameworks has came, and all this has been brought this into a higher level. We have brought this machine learning, guys. So according to Arthur Samuel, what Arthur Samuel says, that what is machine learning? So machine learning is nothing but we are giving the ability to the computers. We are giving the computers the ability to learn without any explicit coding. We are not going to write any explicit coding, guys. Without any explicit coding, we are going to make the machines to learn, guys. That is what the Arthur Samuel says regarding the machine learning concept. He has been coined this term in around 1959 itself. He was an IBM employee, and he was an expert on AI and gaming application at that time. He has developed this system called as developed this concept called as a machine learning, and he says that we are giving the ability to the computers ability to learn without much explicit coding. Or sorry, explicit coding, as not learning, it is going to be explicit coding. That means for everything, don't prefer to write the code, guys. For everything, now the strategies has been changed, guys. So previously, once we got a requirement, so this is an input and this is output. So what you used to do that as a programmer, you have to understand the logic for that. And after that, we used to do some kind of an programming and we used to implement it. But nowadays, the complete strategy has been changed, guys. What we are doing now, we are giving the data. If this is an input, I want this output. Tell me what we have to do. The machines will identify if you want to get this output from this input, this is an operation you have to do, whether to do addition, whether to do subtraction. So machines are identifying themselves. We need not to go for them. We need not to write any logic. But what is the main powerfulness, guys? The main powerfulness is for the algorithms. So using this particular algorithms, you are able to achieve it, guys. It's not the powerfulness of your computer, or it is not the powerfulness of Python. It's the powerfulness of the algorithms, guys. I'll tell you some few algorithms, just don't worry. There are some names are completely different. We have something called as a decision tree. We have something called as a decision trees, guys. We have something called as an KNN. We have something called as an SVM, support vector machines. We are having something called as a Navi base. We will learn all these algorithms in our class, in our classroom training, guys. We also have something called as an logistic regression. We have a logistic regression. We have a linear regressions. So these are all going to be some of the what we can call it as the different types of algorithms, guys. Go online and verify, guys. You will get all these kind of an, which is going to be this kind of an algorithms. What we'll get it, guys? Neural networks. So we use neural networks as part of our deep learning applications. We use as neural networks. Again, there also we are having so many different types of neural networks. Artificial neural networks, convolution neural networks, recurrent neural networks, what we call it as ANN, CNN, LSTM. These are all going to be some of the different types of which is going to be the neural network algorithms. We are going to use them, guys. Deep learning algorithms, what we call it as. So main important is learning this algorithm in our main classroom. In our mainly the data science course is nothing but, guys, using this particular different algorithms, how to make the machines to learn. Machines will learn with the help of these algorithms only, guys. Machines cannot learn directly. So how to learn, what to learn, how to the process has to takes place. All these are defined as a part of the algorithm. It is going to takes about that. Absolutely. Supervised learning is a type of an learning. All these are going to be comes under the supervised learnings only. So mainly we have three types of learnings are there, guys. One is going to be a supervised, and there is another one is going to be what we can call it as unsupervised, and we are having something called as an reinforcement learning. It is going to be reinforcement learning is going to be the one more type of a learning models. These are all the different types of machine learning models, guys. Supervised models and unsupervised models, what we call it as. Generative AI uses a generative models. There are not supervised and unsupervised models. Generative AI is going to be used as some kind of an semi-supervised models they will use as. Later we'll discuss about that, like what exactly we are going to work with the generative AI concepts. So if you go and check, guys, in online, if you check it out, what are going to be what are going to be the algorithms? So what are the different algorithms we use it in machine learning, deep learning, etc. If you see, we are going to get all these names, guys. So many names are there. Some names are going to be a little bit funny also, guys. Random forest. It is going to be random forest is the name of the algorithm, guys. We are having some algorithm called as an boosting. We are having an algorithm called as a bagging. We are having an algorithm called as a stacking. So these are all going to be some different types of what we can call it as the machine learning algorithms, what we are going to use as. So as I said that no, guys, main powerfulness is not the Python or it is not the powerfulness of some other thing, guys. It is all about the algorithms what we are using. Depending on the algorithms only, guys, these machines are going to learn it. So which algorithm should be used in which scenarios? What are the strengths of the algorithms? That means when it will works very efficiently. Sometimes it may not work efficiently also. So what is the weakness of the algorithm? What is going to be the efficiency of the algorithm? All these things we are going to perform. All these things we are going to do with the help of these particular algorithms only, guys. So which we'll discuss it later when you go for the actual applications. We'll see with an application, guys. Actually, we'll see that applications later. Okay, so that's it, guys. That is going to be some of the basic understanding about that. And I'll give you just a 5-10 minutes, guys. You may not be able to understand what exactly that means to say that, but just to get some idea about that, like what is the process we are going to follow here, guys. So coming to the process, like what are the different techniques we are going to use it, guys. So as I said that, once again, I'll tell you, once again, I'm saying that data was given to the machine. Data was given to the machine, guys. Machine is going to learn with the help of the algorithms. It will give you some kind of an insights. And based on the insights, we can do some kind of an prediction, what we can do that. That is what is our process here, guys. But first of all, see the steps here, guys. You can easily understand step by step, step by step. First of all, we have to give the data to the machine. For example, let us talk about our example only, guys. What is our example? As you know that it's an images. As I said that it is going to be facial images. So first of all, we have to collect the data, guys. We have to load the data, isn't it? So we have to, first of all, we have to do some kind of a data, which is going to be what we are doing is data collection, what we have to do, guys, isn't it? First of all, we have to collect all the data, guys. So it can be sometimes images, it can be sometimes it can be images, sometimes it can be audio files, sometimes it can be a CSV file, sometimes it can be an Excel sheet, or sometimes it can be normal text, anything it can be there, guys. So how to collect that kind of a data, guys? So we have to know the technique, how to collect your data. So just an example, I'll tell you, guys. Just how do you collect the data, guys? There are different storage, different options are there for us. We call it as an UTK data set, guys. What is this UTK dataset contains areas, guys? The UTK dataset contains somewhere around 24,000 plus the facial human images, guys. If you want, you can also download the dataset, guys. This is a facial images of almost all somewhere around 24,000 images, guys. So first of all, that is a skill. First of all, how to collect your data. So if we just click on this link, guys, it will directly navigate to the Google Drive. And from there, you can download these datasets, guys. If you download this dataset and you can verify that it is almost all 1.3 GB total data, guys. So if you want, we can see that images and we can do that. So that is, I can show you later. Like that, guys, there are so many options are going to be there. So you need not to prepare all the data. We'll collect the data, guys. It can be images. Sometimes it has to be images or it may be text data, or sometimes it is going to be some kind of an raw data, guys. Normally it is going to be some kind of a raw data. It can generate it. So we can have it, guys. It can be any format or any location. You should be in a position to collect the data, guys. This is one kind of a skill. So data collection is also one kind of a skill, guys. So how to collect your data, from where you have to collect your data, all these things, first of all, we have to collect the data, first of all, guys. Yes, absolutely. It is going to be some by using web scraping. Multiple ways. There are so many techniques are there, guys. Because in the initial classes itself, if I use the terminologies of web scraping, you may not be able to understand what is that web scraping may be. Web scraping is a technique where we are going to collect the data from websites, and we are going to load it into our local systems like a CSV file or Excel sheet. We are going to do it, guys. Like for example, I can do one thing. I want to try to, for example, some incident has been happened, guys. Some incident has been happened. So how the people reacted on Twitter or X. So what I will do now, guys, from Twitter's or tweet or X, whatever it may be, I'm going to collect the tweets, guys. How I'm going to collect the tweets. So I don't write any manually go to Twitter and get the image, get the messages. So there is going to be a technique called as a web scraping. Using that, what I will do is, guys, all the tweets will come and that will be stored into my system as a CSV file. And from there, I'm going to do all my analysis and all these things. I'll do it, guys. Without writing any code, that means we'll write a few lines of code. We are going to do it, guys. So who is going to help you here? There are going to be so many different types of packages will help you, guys. So there are different types of packages are going to help you. Like, for example, we have a TweePy. TweePy is going to be one of the Python package. So which will help you to get the data from the Twitter. We can get the data here now. Or even we are having some name like which is going to be, what is the name, guys? It is going to be Beautiful Soup. The name of the library is going to be Beautiful Soup, guys. So we can see the Beautiful Soup is a library that makes it easy to scrap the information from web pages. So it can extract the data from HTML pages and all these things. It can extract the data. So these are all some kind of a techniques we are going to learn, guys. Sometimes we are going to take the data which was provided by somebody. Sometimes we will generate our own data, guys. Sometimes we will collect our own required data. Like this, lot of skills are going to be there, guys. Okay. After the data collection was done, immediately we cannot give the data to the machine, guys. Why? Because I don't know whether the data is in a proper format or not, or is the data sufficient to make the machine to learn. Whether the machine can learn or not, we have to identify, guys. So for that, we have to do some kind of a basic data analytics we have to do, guys. Some kind of an analytics we have to do now. So some basic analytics, guys. Analytics means just identifying how the data was there, what data was there, and all these things we have to identify, guys. That is what we call it as a data analytics is going to be what we are going to be doing it, guys. And yesterday I told you, no, it is going to be sometimes we have to do some kind of a data cleansing. So some kind of an wrong values or some irrelevant data will come. So we have to identify all of them. And then we have to just clean up that particular data. And to make it, it should be a curated data. We have to make it, guys, so that the machines can learn. Otherwise, the machines can't learn it properly, guys. If you don't give the data in a proper format, the machines can't learn by them correctly. That's why we have to perform some kind of a data cleansing operations. What we have to do. No, we don't do it. Two ways are there. There are two ways are there. One is manual. Manually means with the help of some Python libraries we are going to do. With the help of a Python libraries. By using some libraries like which is going to be pandas. By using some libraries like which is going to be polars, etc. And nowadays there are so many automated tools has came, guys. There are so many automated tools are there. There are also there are not any tools, automated Python libraries are there. That means everything is going to be done automatically by themselves only. We need not to write any single. That means we need not to write any code and all these things. We need not to do that. So one such type of a library which we'll discuss is detail. Detail is the name of one library, guys. So which makes all the things automated. Everything is going to be gets automated, guys. No need to write just one single line of code. We have to write it. Everything, total analysis, total visualization, everything it can do it. That is what we call it as detail. Detail is a simple library. Just we have to download it. And just if you nothing is there, just we give the input. And simply if you execute this simple one line command, complete analysis it will do and completely it will do it. It is an automated tool, what we can call. It's not an automated tool, but it is a library which will make everything automated. Nowadays, everything is getting automated, guys. We need not to perform everything. Instead of learning all the things manually, instead of doing all the things manually learning for almost all 15-20 days of time, Once if you know what is detail, sufficient. All the 20 days work can be done within 10 minutes of time. So we learned some lot of things we are going to learn, guys. But all the things we can do it very easily within just a 5 minutes of time with the help of that particular detail libraries. Okay. So many are there. Detail, pandas profiling. We are having, guys. If you want, you can just check it out. Pandas profiling. Pandas is different. Pandas profiling is going to be different. So pandas profiling is going to be there. And even we also have something like pandas profiling. We are also having detail and so many things are there, guys. Just if you want, you can search like what are the Python libraries for automated analysis. So we are going to be getting a lot of libraries. We are going to get it, guys. Okay, fine. So anyhow, that we'll discuss it later. So what are the different libraries and all these things we are going to see. AutoVis. AutoVis also one library, guys. AutoVis. So AutoVis also is going to be one Python library, guys, which makes everything is going to be automated. Everything is automatic, guys. So you can see automatically visualize any data set, any size with a single line of code. We can do it, guys. Just a single line of code. Total all the visualizations, everything is going to be becomes an automated. You need not to write even a much lines at all. Just a 2 or 3 lines of code over. So this is also one kind of a library what we can say them. Like this, first of all, we have to analyze the data and we have to do some cleanup of the data. And after data cleansing, guys, we have to learn, these are all some kind of a skills, guys. Data visualization, this also is going to be one of the skill, guys. Again, yesterday also I discussed about that. Are you going to use any tools? We are not going to do any tools, guys. That comes with an experience only, Ram. We keep on updating. So generally, data science, a person who is an expert in the data science is called as a data scientist. So you know generally who is a scientist? Who scientist is nothing but everything he is going to explore and he is going to learn from that particular exploration, isn't it? So that is the reason that is basically the same. That is the reason why the person is called as a data analyst. Sorry, data scientist. So who is a data scientist here now? Data scientist is nothing but he will use as a various tools and technologies or methodologies will use finally to get some understanding from the data. So exploration and all these things we have to do. We should always have update about what is happening in and around all these things. So see, when I started on data science, at the time I used to have only pandas is the only library. But recent days we have got what we'll do, guys. We are going to verify what is happening in and around. So different news articles we'll read, different type of tech magazines we are going to read, text the what are the tech articles we are going to read. So what is happening in and around. So all these things, guys, we'll come to know about that. Okay. And apart from that, even that also, which how to use which library, where to use means it depends on your requirement, how to use it and all these things. When you know the functionality of the library, then you will understand that where to use and how to use those particular libraries. Okay, fine. Okay, so data visualization is one of the expert, guys. So data collection, data analysis, data cleansing, data visualizations, all these are going to be some of the expertise that are going to be required, guys. So these are all going to be done manually by the user only, guys. Machines won't do automatically all these things. Generally, all these are going to be we are going to call it as EDA, which we are going to call it as exploratory data analysis. So first what we have to do, guys, before giving it to the system, before data was given to the system, for example, talk about the images, guys. So these are the images, guys, for example. So what is the main problem with the images, guys? One image is a size of, for example, 192 into 180 pixel. And another image will be there, guys. And another image is going to be maybe a 200 by 300 pixel will be there. Maybe another image will be there. It is going to be maybe a 150 by which is going to be 60 pixels image was there. I cannot give the images like this now, guys. So what we have to do? We have to bring all these images into a same shape, guys. All of them should be brought into one same size only. All of them has to bring up to 50 to 50, 50 by 50 it has to make. Or maybe there is going to be RGB images are there. We have to bring all of them into a kind of a grayscale images. Don't worry. RGB image is nothing but color image. Grayscale image is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as. It's nothing but a black and white image will be there, no, guys. That's a grayscale image, what we call it as. It contains only two colors, black and white. Only two colors will be there. Okay, so normally terminology is black and white and color photos. Technically, the color photos are called as RGB. Black and white photos are going to be what we call it as a grayscale images, what we call it as. Okay. Okay, after doing all these things, guys, once the data was ready, then we are going to give it to the machine. Why we can't give images of different size? Generally, there is an what we are going to call it as like what we are going to call it as features, basically. Okay. Like for example, in a simple way to make you understand that, for example, let us talk about a simple example of our it's not images. Let us talk about some kind of an what shall I say about this particular the customer prediction, like loan approval. So let us say that for one person, just an example, age is there, salary was there, what is the loan amount, what is the duration, what is the purpose of loan. Duration and what is the purpose of loan, and we have something called as an status, whether he has repaid the loan or whether he has not repaid the loan. For one person, we have the age, we have the salary 50K, we don't have the loan amount, duration is 5 years, purpose of loan is going to be car. His status is going to be he's delayed the loan. There is another person who do not have a loan, salary is going to be not there, loan amount is going to be, let us say that 5 lakhs. We don't have a duration, let us say that it is a personal loan and he has repaid the loan here now. Just imagine that your data is like this now. Now, if data is like this now, is it possible to learn it properly to identify whether a patient, whether a customer is delaying the loan, which type of customers are delaying the loan, or which customer is repaying the loan? Is it possible to differentiate efficiently here now? Some data was missing. For some people, I don't have the amount. For some people, age is not available. For some people, duration is not available. See, for first record, 1, 2, 3, 4 values are there. For second record, only 2 values are there. So I cannot learn it. Same as it is, if images are of different sizes, how the machine can learn? Machine should have a proper structure. So these many features, these many pixels you give it to me, I'm going to learn it. So generally what we are going to do is, we will convert this into somewhere around 48 by 48 pixels, sometimes 28 by 28 pixels. Like this, we are going to work with them actually. That is what we are going to do as part of that applications, what we will do that. So just for a small timing, just to show you that, so just give me a second. So I'll show you just how we are going to be gets working and all these things, just to show you the concept only. Just a small example, just don't worry, you cannot understand what is the scenario, but we can see some example practically here now. So whatever the images we have been got worked, so all images here are going to be a 48 by 48 pixels. Every image is a 48 by 48 pixels we have been given here now. So this is a practical example, guys, where I have trained the model to identify whether the person in the image is a male or a female, to identify that. So this is a neural network. Using a neural network, we done this example. Using a neural network, we done this example, guys. But this will takes a little bit time. It's not that much simple application. They will takes a lot of time. I'll show you an example also. So this is our example what I have taken. You can see clearly how much time it has been taken to run these applications. Totally, if we can say 13 minutes of time it has been taken to train the model. That too, it is a very small data set. It is taking 13 minutes of time to run this program. And this is the model what we have been done. Once you give a new image, the model is going to identify that whether the person in the image is a male or a female. I think all of you know this, right? Who is this is, I think maybe image is not clear for you. It is Kareena Kapoor. So Kareena Kapoor, the face image we have captured there and we given to the machine, but machine has predicted as male. It is actually the person in the image is a female, but the machine has identified that as a male there. So that is an error, it has been identified. I said that no, machines also will do the error, but compare with the humans, it will do less errors it is going to be. Here all our images are 48 by 48 images. We call it as 48 by 48 pixels data is going to be there. So these are the images what we have given. See, this is the data, pixels data will be there, and all the pixels data we have been trained the model. Okay, fine. Just it's an idea just to make you understand the concept. Machines cannot understand the data when the images are of different sizes. Machines can't learn them. Exactly every input should be of the same size. Then only the machine can learn. Otherwise, machines can't learn the models. Okay. So these are the some of the skills, guys. Data collection, data analytics, data cleansing, data visualization. All these are going to be done manually by ourselves only before giving it to the machine, guys. Okay. So what happens once after giving the machine, after giving it to the machine, what happens? So I'll discuss it in the next coming classes. I'll discuss about. These are all some kind of a pre-processing before giving it to the machine. Before giving it to the machine, guys, all these are the steps we have to do, guys. Collect your data, analyze your data, clean up the data if it is required, do some data visualizations to understand more about the data, then give it to the machine, guys. So that is what basically some of the technical steps which we have to implement when you go for this particular concept called as a machine learning. Anyhow, I'll complete off remaining steps also, guys. In the tomorrow's class, I'm going to take that particular steps. That's it, guys. Just for the today's class, it is my second introduction class. As I already said, then, guys, another 2 or 3 classes, another 2 class I will take in, guys. Tomorrow and after tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, I'll take the demos and then I'll start with the basics. I'll make all the things comfortable first. First of all, what we are learning, what we are going to learn, what are the techniques we have to understand, what are the prerequisites that are going to be required. All these things first I will give an idea about that, and then I'll start with that. I'll start with our main implementation. I'll start with them, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. Just for today, we'll stop it here. Just if anyone having any questions, I can take up some time, 5 to 10 minutes, just like same as yesterday. So if you can have any questions, guys, feel free to discuss. You can unmute yourself and you can speak if you want. Otherwise, you can use a chat board. The chat board is there. You can post it in your chat. I can answer your questions, guys. Right? Anyone, guys, if you have any questions, you can discuss it, guys. Right.
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
evening. So I want to know, like, after this training, how many years of experience we can put as a data scientist or AI, like there's
Not
AI
like a
engineers,
yes, I
AI
understood that.
engineers,
Yeah,
AI,
yeah.
ML ops. So which
Mm.
field we can go? We can go in any of this field, or we can put some experience, or we
No.
can go to the fresher,
Yes, yes,
or
yes, yes.
how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you. So here, mainly, the main important thing is going to be nothing but we are having a multiple, which is going to be nothing but a kind of a multiple skills we are going to learn it here. Basically, it's going to be multiple skills we are going to learn. So coming to that particular multiple skills, what we are going to be, what we are going to do here is, depending on your expertise, it also depends on your expertise, in which area you are an expertise. For example, if you want, see, generally I don't say that you can go like that, but if you are interested, you can go as a data visualization expert, you can go. Or you can also go for a data, and that depends on your experience. For example, if a fresh graduates are there or who are having, let us say 1 year of experience, they can go as a data analyst or they can go as a data visualization expert. Once if you learn the machine learning, you can go as a machine learning expert is there. If you learn NLP, if you become expertise in NLP, you can go for NLP engineer. Like the deep learning engineers are going to be there. Like that, multiple skill sets we are going to learn here now. We are going to learn multiple skill sets. So based on that particular skill set, depending on the expertise in which type of technique, so we can just learn, and according to that, you can prepare your resume, and according to that, we can go for that. We can attend the interviews. Mainly when it comes to that means whenever it is going to comes to this application, like what we are going to be using here is how many years of experience is as part of my course curriculum and my learning methodologies and whatever the expertise you are going to learn, so you can put that means maximum you can go for a 3 to 4 years of experience. Beyond that, I don't recommend. Why? Because is being you are not completely experienced in that, you don't have a real expertise on that. So if you go for a 4 years or something like that, if you go 4 5 years of experience, you cannot manage the things at that particular place. That's why maximum 3 to 3.5 years or hardly 4 years of experience you can put after completion of this particular course. And depending on your expertise, you can go for different roles. We can go. Okay. Fine. Okay. Yes. Yes, data cleansing is used to clean, and yes, it's not. Yes, it is going to be junk data or irrelevant data are there, missing data are there. All these are going to be comes under the what we call it as a data cleansing technique, what we call it as. Okay. Yes. Um, Yes, absolutely. I'm going to show you some kind of an cloud-based tools for data science. We are going to use them, but that depends only with our limited resources. Only we are going to work because, as you know, that cloud there are going to be some costlier. You have to spend some money for that actually. So depending on your utilization, but like in AWS, we can use something called as an a SageMaker. We are going to use like that. I'm going to show you some of the tools which that can be, but we don't go deeper into them. But I'll tell you the idea about how to perform this kind of an operations by using some kind of an various. Better you are going to use the AWS for this particular services what we are going to be using. We are going to learn some of the AI and the machine learning tools which are supported, which are provided by the AWS applications. Okay. Yes, whole machine learning is going to be covered. Completely the machine learning end to end, we are going to be learning. Deep learning also, we are going to learn NLPs. These are all a very deep level applications, but up to some intermediate level of NLPs, intermediate level of the deep learning, all these things we are going to learn. But the whatever the basic level is there, that is machine learning, we are going to learn up from end to end. We are going to learn completely machine learning expertise. Okay. Yes. Is it useful for a Java developer profile? I'm working in MNC in 3 years of job. Absolutely. The prior, the expertise and what is your experience does not matters. Anybody can learn machine learning. It does not matters because it is not an expertise of programming. It is an concept. It's a conceptual understanding, and the methodology is only we have to implement it. So if you understand the concept, it does not matters whether you have an experience in Java or .NET or a non-experience, non-IT does not matter. Anybody can learn. Only thing is we have to learn about the conceptual understanding what we have to learn about that. Okay. Yes, I think somebody has been shared some data science and intelligence computing. I think it's some academic course. Yes, absolutely. All these are available as part of our course. I think except the first one, statistical computing, artificial intelligence, machine learning techniques, deep learning techniques. These are all available. Okay. I think who is this? Swapnalil, I think. Okay. If you have any further discussion about that, I'll give you my number. You can just reach me out my WhatsApp number once. Okay. Swapnalil, I think if you have any further questions, because that is going to be not related to everyone. So instead of discussing, let us discuss offline. I'll give my number, please. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Yes, Manvindra. Manvindra, yes. It's an obviously you know that what is the importance because you are saying that already you're working on data warehouse and all these things. So we know what is the importance of the data warehouse analytics and mainly where the data warehouse is going to be weak. Mainly, data warehouse will explain you only what happened in the past. But it cannot use it cannot go for some kind of an predictions. Basically, business intelligence always depends on the summarized and aggregated. And you know that the models what we are going to be using as part of the data warehouses. Here we are using statistical models mainly to do some kind of a predictions and all these things and understanding the complex patterns and all these things. We use as that the statistical model. Even I also an experienced it from data warehouse. I was also experienced on MS Business Intelligence of Microsoft. After that, I moved to this whatever the data science is there. Yes, absolutely. You can understand easily. We can understand the things and whatever the mainly the weak where the data warehousing was unable to handle this. So all these things, my our machine learning data science can come and they can make all the analysis and all this complex manipulations. All these things can be done by that. Okay, fine. So that's it, guys. We are going to learn Python. Mostly 99% it is Python only. And apart from that, we also have some introduction to R also. We are having it, guys. Actually, today I have a plan to discuss about the course content, but time was not there. So tomorrow I'll discuss about those details and all these things. I will discuss it in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. Anyone, guys? Any other questions? Syllabus, I'll explain you, Nitin. As I said that tomorrow I'll explain that. Coming to the course fees, it is 16K. So it's 16K is going to be course fees. Tomorrow I'll discuss about that. What you can get as part of our course curriculum, what you are going to get, recorded videos. There are some other things are also there which we are going to provide. I'll discuss it in the tomorrow's class. And apart from that, course fees is 16K, guys. Okay. And I shared my number also, guys, here in the chat window. If you have any further discussions or any further doubts, if you have, you can reach me on my WhatsApp number. Please text me, guys. If it is necessary, you can call me later. But as of now, if you have any discussions, please text me, guys. Okay, fine. Right, guys. Any others, guys? Yep. Thanks, all
So
of
any
you, guys.
certification, sir? Any certification which is required or we have to do?
Not required, and we don't have any a complete certification also on the this one. If you are interested, that is optional. That means it's not a mandatory. It is only optional only. Like I done one certification from Triple IT Hyderabad like that. There are some going to be some kind of an short term courses and short term as an executive programs will be there from IITs and Triple ITs. If you want, you can do them. That is only the only thing what we can have it. But we don't have any certification like Java certification, .NET certifications. We don't have any specific and specialized certification on the this machine learning concepts. Okay. Ram, DurgaSoft does not provide any job assistance, but I am going to provide you the job assistance, like whatever you require for your job. If you are really attend all your classes, all my classes, and prepare well, and if you attend some interviews, so whatever the interview point of view, what are the important questions, so all that assistance I can give from my side. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, that's it for the today's class then. So we are having 10:14. Yeah. Um, yes, it is. Nothing is there. It does not matter. Anybody can learn, and that too, you are expertise in Python also. So it will be really very easy. The initial part is going to be very easy, but after that, whether you are Python expert or Java expert, only up to the basic programming level, it's going to be different, guys. But once the basic programming skills are over, the methodologies will be same for everyone. Yes, it is good. Anybody can shift from other technologies to data science. Anyone, there is not an idea, but it's not a part of only Python or .NET or Java. Does not matter. Anybody can move towards the data science, guys. Okay, fine then. So that's it, guys. If anyone is there, anybody having any further discussions, guys, if you want, you can just feel free. You can just reach me on my WhatsApp number. Just text me, guys, and after that, I will. If you really want to talk with me, anything, I can we can do that. Yes, it's a completely online. It's going to be online and takes almost 5 to 6 months of time, guys. Okay, you're asking Rajiv. You're asking about certifications, right? Yeah, most of them are online only. Depending on that, we have starting from 3 months. We have a 3 months course to 11 months. We have a different type of durations are there. Depending on your feasibility, you can opt them. Even myself, I have done a certification from Triple IT Hyderabad, which is only for 3 months of time, and the course fees is 1,70,000. It's only 3 months, but course is very high. It's a cost is very high. It's costed me 1,70,000 for 3 months of time. Okay, fine. Okay, that's it, guys. That's it for the today's class. And thanks all of you for attending this demo. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same link, guys. And tomorrow also, just I'll discuss about a little bit more about the course details and all these things, so that you'll understand what is our roadmap, and so that we can plan accordingly, guys. Okay. Thanks all of you for today, guys. We'll meet up in the tomorrow's class. Thanks all of you, guys.